Daily Devotion with Pastor Balla for March 9th, 2025. Satan's challenge begins from Job chapter 1, verses 6 through 8. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan also came among them. The Lord said to Satan, "From where have you come?" Satan answered the Lord and said, "From going to and fro on the earth, and walking up and down on it." And the Lord said to Satan, "Have you considered my servant Job, that there is none like him on the earth, a blameless and upright man who fears God and turns away from evil?" Now, this passage pulls back the curtain on a cosmic conversation, one that sets the stage for Job's story. We find ourselves in the presence of God, where the sons of God, understood as angelic beings, gather before him. Among them is Satan, the adversary, whose very name means accuser. When God asks where he's been, Satan's reply reveals his restless nature, roaming the earth, seeking whom he might ensnare. It's a sobering reminder that evil is active, prowling like a lion, as Peter later warns us. Yet, this scene isn't about Satan's power. It's about God's sovereignty. God himself brings Job into the discussion, pointing to him with what sounds like divine pride. "Have you considered my servant Job?" These words affirm Job's character, blameless, upright, fearing God, and turning from evil. This isn't a boast from Job, but a testimony from the Lord who knows him intimately. It's striking that God calls Job my servant, a title of honor reflecting a relationship of trust and faithfulness. Job isn't perfect, but his life reflects a consistent devotion to God, a faith that stands out in a fallen world. Satan's presence here hints at the challenge to come. While this passage doesn't yet reveal his accusation, it foreshadows a test of Job's faith. God's question isn't an invitation to harm, but a declaration of confidence in Job's integrity. It's as if God is saying, "Look at this one who trusts me." For us, this moment invites reflection. What does God see when he looks at our lives? Are we living in a way that honors him, even when the accuser roams nearby? This scene also assures us that nothing happens outside God's sight. Satan may roam, but he answers to the Lord. The trials we face, like those Job will endure, are not random or unchecked. They pass through God's hands. And while we don't always understand why suffering comes, we can trust that God remains in control, seeing us as his own. Job's story begins with God's recognition of his faithfulness, and ours does too. In a world where evil prowls, we are called to stand firm, trusting the one who knows us by name. God's peace and many blessings be with you, and thank you for listening. And please take an opportunity to share this message with others.